Hey guys, welcome back to the Positive Tribe podcast. Derek Staley.
Dan Johnson.
What's up? Today we're doing a quick, short podcast. And what are we talking about?
We are talking about words that we should probably remove from our vocabulary.
I love it. That's a good topic. And let's just dive right in. So, what words and why should we remove them?
Okay, first one. The biggest one that I have been working on with my kids, well, my daughter, she's the only one that can talk, the other one can't talk quite yet, but is she always says, I can't, when she is trying to do something. Like you'll say, hey, can you do this? I can't. That's all I hear. And so I was like, we got to get rid of that.
Yeah,
we got to,
instead of...
Yeah, exactly. Just toss it out. And we're going to, instead of saying I can't, we're going to start saying I will try.
I love that.
Because if you put out that you will try, you're more likely to succeed in whatever you're doing.
But it's something so small. Why does it have such a big impact, do you think?
I think it's more that if they're willing to try, then it creates momentum. It's like, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, but if it's not in motion, it takes a lot more effort to get it going.
Yeah.
So.
And I read something, I got really involved and I wanted to dive into the mindset a little while ago, and I read something that said, your brain always listens to what you say verbally, and it creates like hard wiring in your brain. And so if you constantly say I can't, then you're more likely to not be able to. You're going to fail in a lot more areas. So I think you're spot on when you change the simple thing of saying I can't to I will try.
Yes.
You're going to succeed in a lot more areas. So
yeah. What about you? What's a word that you would get out of your vocabulary?
Oh, man. I think not one particular word, but just negative talk about yourself. And bless my wife's heart, she has a hard time with this because she doesn't have as a good self-image sometimes. And so I find herself saying, oh, I look so bad, or I blah, 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 just negative things about herself. So I think my biggest thing is trying to talk positively about myself, just in any area of life. So,
yeah.
I think I look good today, or I
you look stunning
thank
today.
you. I put on my best shirt. So positive affirmations about yourself, I think, is very important. I'm a big believer in that.
Yes, indeed. So even like using derogatory terms such as like stupid, dumb, things like that.
Any negative words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just get them out of the vocabulary. Don't call them to other people. Don't call them to yourself. Yeah. And that's another thing. If you wouldn't say it about yourself, don't say it to someone else.
Exactly. I think positive mindset and positive speech will change your life in any area if you stick with it. Yeah. Your brain's always listening.
And that's the thing, is it's like when you're talking to somebody and you come up and say, you look good today, that puts a smile on their face.
Yep.
That develops a little bit of a connection, and that'll make you go further in life as well.
Exactly.
In professional settings, in everything.
Yep.
So by being positive and learning how to speak positively to others, you're going to get a lot further in life.
It's hard. And you got to catch yourself. And I think it starts at the very moment you wake up. You got to have that mindset of, okay, I'm going to not say this word, or I'm going to speak positively all day.
Yep.
It starts in the morning, and you got to catch yourself. You got to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard.
It is hard. It's hard.
One way to do that is, so we had a conversation, one of our podcasts with Cameron Formaster. Uh-huh. He mentioned how he writes on his mirror.
I loved that.
Exactly. Yep. And he gets up, goes in the bathroom, and it's right there.
And I think your wife had a good idea too, and she put it on our group page, set reminders in your phone. Set multiple reminders, speak positively, or don't say this, or
yes, yeah, exactly, because your phone's going to vibrate. You're going to look at it, and you're going to go,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't do very good at this last hour. I better do better.
Exactly. Yep. So it's just doing little things like that. And what about? Is there any other words or sayings that you think we should remove? I mean, not just from our vocabulary, but from society.
Lots. I think there's so much. I think we have been trained, I guess you could say, in a way, to be negative. And I think there's so much negativity, and that's obviously why we started this podcast. But I think you hit most of them. You can't. I don't like the way I look, or I don't like this about myself, or I just think any negative words or any negative speech that can come out should be eliminated completely. What about you?
Nailed it right on the head.
Yeah.
it always comes back to that. If you're positive,
It's like that
and-
ripple effect. Like,
Yes.
I mean, it's
the-
if you start with yourself, it's going to ripple out from there.
exactly, and I mean that's what we're all about. So
Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. This was a really short podcast, but it's a very powerful lesson that I think we can all learn from. So,
yep.
Anything else?
Nope, that's
Okay.
it. I think we're good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Catch you later.